action and the fast pace continues in the second period. The Capitals offensively explode. They've now increased their lead to 2 goals as they are on top of the Detroit Red Wings 4-2 after 40 minutes of action from the U.S. Air Arena. Capitals hockey on HCS continues, everybody. Al Koken with you. The Capitals with a dynamic second period. In case you missed any of the scoring, let's run it down for you with our game scoring summary. In the first period, the lone goal belonged to the Caps and defenseman John Slaney. A shot from the blue line that found its way through Tim Chevelday's pads. Cote and Hunter the assist at 17:07. It was a 1-0 Washington lead after that first period. Ray Shepard, who's been sensational. He was our pregame guest. He picks up goal number 34 in the season. Yzerman and Primo on the power play with the assist. That came at 1:21. Then Pat Peake answered right after that at 2:29, his 8th of the year. Cote and Ridley come up with the assist. Then Kelly Miller, his 5th of the year. Hatcher and Ridley come up with the assists on that one, and the Capitals were off and rolling. Dale Hunter wrapped up their portion of the scoring with his 2nd of the season at 8:22. Kristich and Anderson with the assists, and the Capitals enjoyed a 4-1 advantage at that point. But Detroit not done. It was Shepard once again. The assist to Yzerman and Primo one more time. That came at 12:37. That's where we stand right now, with the Capitals on top of the Detroit Red Wings by the score of 4-2. We've got more intermission activity coming your way. We'll get to it right after these messages here on HTS.
Hard as it is to believe, people actually walked away from accidents like these. But before there were seatbelts, airbags, child safety seats, or anti-lock brakes, these people wouldn't have had a prayer. Which is why Geico has lobbied for these life-saving technologies for years. You see, we'd like you to be our customer, or somebody's, for a long, long time. Geico, we have only one policy: safety.
Every 15 seconds, another child in America falls victim to a deadly disease. It's one of the leading killers of infants. It strikes 1.5 million families, rich and poor. It's called child abuse. But the worst part is that many children who are abused today will grow up to be abusive parents tomorrow. That is, if they grow up at all. Break the cycle of child abuse. Support the Have a Heart program at Children's Hospital.
The faces of discovery are the faces of the world. When you set your sights on the fascination of real-world entertainment, find yourself here. The Discovery Channel. Explore your world.
Now, the Dream Sports Foundation Celebrity Legends Challenge offers you the chance of a lifetime. You can win an all-expenses-paid vacation for 2 with your favorite football legend. And you'll select from the 1994 season Pro Bowl in Hawaii or a dream vacation in Orlando, Florida. One grand prize winner will be selected for each celebrity. There's a stadium full of other prizes waiting for you. You can win the free use of a 1994 Cadillac or a 1994 Corvette convertible for 1 year. Call 1-900-344-1202. Listen carefully and answer 4 questions correctly. If you get them all right, you're a finalist.
If you really want to know what it was like when I played for the Cowboys, call the 900 number on your screen.
If you call right now, you'll automatically receive an official Dream Sports Foundation Celebrity Legends Challenge photograph and a personalized letter from the celebrity you selected.
Everyone's a winner.
Cost of call, $3.95 per minute.
The Washington Capitals score 3 goals in a span of 5 minutes, 43 seconds in that second period, and they have taken a 4-2 lead over the Detroit Red Wings here at the U.S. Air Arena. Kenny Albert along with Craig Laughlin on this Super Bowl Sunday, only a couple of hours until the opening kickoff, but first the Capitals and Red Wings will play this third period. Capitals with the 4-2 advantage. Earlier, Craig, we talked about the fact that Capital forwards had only scored 10 goals over the last 8 games. But here in the second period, 3 goals by the forwards. So things finally starting to turn around.
They certainly are. And Peter Bondros had a glorious couple of opportunities, hasn't put one in. But I think the forwards are chipping away because they're driving to the net. That doesn't only open the blue line core like Kevin Hatcher and Cote to jump in. but it creates problems for the defense these Detroit Red Wings have. The defense for the Red Wings like to play a three-wheeling game. If you go to the net, you're going to get chances.
And the Capitals with the 3 goals. As we take a look at the Southwest Airlines game stats, Capitals outshot the Red Wings 12-11 in the first period, 10-8 in the second for an overall 22-19 edge. Capitals still ahead in the all-important face-off department. And the one power play goal was scored by the Red Wings here. Craig, we'll take a look at the Capitals' goals in that second period.
And it all starts behind the net right here with Mike Ridley. A beautiful pass to the point. We talked about the point men being open. Here's Mike Ridley hitting Cote. Cote scored the game winner on a similar play, but what's this? Hold it here. Number 91, Sergei Fedorov, gone fishing. He poke checks and goes by him. That allows Cote to go around, and that's where the whole problem starts for the Detroit Red Wings. There's 3 guys out at the blue line, 2 guys down low. Someone's open because it turns out to be a 4-on-3, and Pat Peak beats Cheveldae.
And that goal came at 2:29. Peak number 8 from Cote and Ridley.
And then here is Kelly Miller, number 10. What you want to watch here is Konstantinov, 16. This shot is going to be redirected off his foot, and it's going to beat Cheveldae along the ice between the 5-hole. Here's the puck off the foot, right through the 5-hole, trickles in. Kelly Miller with his 5th of the year.
Hatcher and Ridley on the assists at 7-12.
And then we talked about Ray Shepard being the man of the hour. Here's 55, Primo driving to the net, and watch as the Red Wings go to the net. Here's Yzerman and Shepard. Hold it right here. The Capitals in good shape. Look, they've got their men tied up. Michael Pavanka has number 26, but watch what happens when Krieger runs into Beaupre. Pavanka thinks it's over, but it's not, as number 26, Shepard, picks up a garbage goal in the crease, and that got the Red Wings back in the game.
Shepard with the good skate-stick coordination as he kicks the puck onto his stick. Scores his 2nd of the game, 35th of the season. That cut the Capitals lead to 4-2, and that is where we stand now. It's the Capitals 4 and the Red Wings 2.
Southwest Airlines at Baltimore Washington International. Just plain smart.
So what's it like up there? I mean, what do you eat?
Great food from Roy's.
Roy Rogers?
This is heaven. Right now, get 2 double cheeseburgers for under $2, or get any of these items for just 99 cents each.
Great deal. But you don't actually cook anything?
You must be thinking of the other place.
Hate this place! Right now, while some manufacturers are increasing prices, Subaru is increasing the savings on every Impreza. Buy any dependable front or all-wheel drive and get as much as $2,000 in Subaru savings. Now the Impreza you've always wanted can be yours for as little as $89.99. Any wagon, any sedan. Save thousands right now. And with Subaru's safety features, Impreza could save you much more later. The selection and savings have never been bigger. With savings up to $2,000 and Imprezas as low as $89.99, you gotta see your Subaru dealer today.
If you can dream it, the Rebel can do it. Now EOS Rebel from Canon has more power. Over time, space, and light. To create images, not just snapshots.
Image is everything.
EOS Rebel and Rebel S from Canon, so advanced it's simple.
HTS coverage of Capitals hockey is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, now offering service from BWI to Chicago and Cleveland. And by your National Capital Area Jeep and Eagle dealers, where you can expect the best. Well, the Capitals, with a big performance through 2 periods, they lead the Detroit Red Wings by the score of 4-2. And right now, a former Capital is standing by with Al Koken, currently on the injured list, a member of the Detroit Red Wings, 18 goals so far this year, Dino Ciccarelli. So let's head downstairs. Here's Al and Dino. Al?
All right, Kenny, thanks a lot. You hang around Dino Ciccarelli long enough, it looks like you're running for office. You're posting for pictures, signing autographs. They still love you here, don't they?
Well, we got a lot of friends here. We played here 3 years, and we built up a lot of relationships here, and it's nice to come back and see a lot of the people that we were around for a few years.
Having fun in Detroit?
Yeah, things are going pretty good. Hockey's a lot of fun for myself and the Red Wings. We're playing real good. Other than I'm out for a couple weeks with a couple of broken bones in my foot, but other than that, things are going pretty good. We've got a good team, and things are looking real good for the organization under Scotty Bowman.
Somebody got you on a good line, and was one of the reasons, I guess, you picked up your 500th goal in the National Hockey League. Congratulations on that. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it worked out pretty good. I was able to fly my dad in, and we played the night before in San Jose, and I had about 10 shots on net and hit about 3 goal posts. It wouldn't go in. It was meant to be. And the next night we played in Los Angeles, and I flew Dad in, and he was able to be there, and I scored. So we had a good time.
Speaking of family, we want to wish your mother well, too. I know she's undergoing some medical tests, so we want to miss Mrs. Ciccarelli very well. We enjoyed seeing them when they were down here. And your brothers and you now are owners. You got the Newmarket Royals. You're going to move them to Sarnia. Of course, as an owner, you're going to give the players everything they want, right, Dino?
Well, I don't know. Things might be changing, I guess, when I turn to the management side. No, it's just a small move for the family. I've always been involved in hockey, and I think it's something that'll be there for me once when my hockey days are over. And it's a good hockey town, our hometown in Sarnia, and they've never had a Junior A team there. So I think hopefully it'll turn around and the people will support it there.
Well, Dino, always good seeing you. Thanks for being with us. Continued good luck with the Red Wings.
Thank you.
Dino Ciccarelli. Let's head back to our HTS studios for an update on the Alka-Seltzer plus-minus leaders. Buddy, thanks a lot.
Now it's time for the Alka-Seltzer plus-minus award update. When you got a cold and you got to get relief, you got to get Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine. A high flyer, that's Sergei Fedorov of the Detroit Red Wings. One of the best two-way players in the league, Fedorov stands out when he goes to the net. And this year, he's been doing a lot of that.
Sergei looking to go wide on Lawler. Snaps the shot. He scores! Short side by Fedorov.
15 weeks in, Sergei Fedorov has the best plus-minus rating.
Tom O'Keefe is in the grip of a really tough cold. But he's about to break free with an effervescent rush of relief. Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine. Pills take time to dissolve, but Alka-Seltzer Plus is ready the moment you take it, rushing powerful medicines to soothe your aches, relieve your runny nose, free your breathing. Nothing rushes relief like Alka-Seltzer Plus.
Kenny Albert, along with Craig Laughlin and Al Koken from the U.S. Air Arena, where the Capitals lead the Detroit Red Wings by the score of 4-2. A Detroit Red Wing club that has been on fire this season with the most goals scored in the National Hockey League by a wide margin coming into play today. The Detroit Red Wings with 218 goals. No other team even close.
Oh, they've just got a bunch of firepower up front, and their blue line contributes a lot of goals also. When you've got Coffey, Lidstrom, guys like that, they're not only up there in the goal-scoring department, but if you look at the Alka-Seltzer plus-minus leaders, a couple of the Red Wings right near the top also.
Including Sergei Fedorov, who is #1 at plus 37. Capitals going from left to right in this third period, and the Red Wings right to left. It's the Capitals 4, and the Red Wings 2, and a penalty upcoming on the Red Wings. Avazov, who crushed Iafrate into the boards right in front of the penalty box area. So the Capitals will go to the power play. Al Iafrate not too happy with the rookie, Micah Avazov.
Avazov, who's been in Adirondacks, going to pick up this minor penalty, hasn't seen a whole lot of ice time. Just as Al Iafrate turns, Trottier is about 5 feet away. NHL cracking down on hitting from behind. Avazov in the penalty box. The Caps go to a power play.
2 minutes for boarding at the 22nd mark. So the Capitals go to their 4th power play. Micah Avazov, originally drafted by the LA Kings, playing his first year in the NHL. Face off to the right of Chevelday. Capitals going with Hunter, Kristich, and Fondra. Cote with the wrist shot. It was blocked in front. And the Red Wings able to clear down. Beaufray slides over to Iafrate. Opening minute of this third period. Capitals leading the Red Wings 4-2. Hunter, who has a goal today. Capitals bottled up at the blue line, and it's shot down by the Red Wings. 30 seconds gone by, and the Micah Avazov penalty. Slaney, Peak, Miller, and Hunter, the Capital goal scorers. Shepard with a pair for Detroit. Cote starts out from behind the Capital goal. That's Kozlov on the steal, and the Red Wings look to kill off some time here on the Capitals power play. Jason is in. His drive goes high and wide. Fedorov and Kozlov, the Detroit penalty killers. Capitals finally break to set. Peak's pass on the right wing behind Miller. Slapped in by Pat Peak. Harkner up the boards. Miller keeps in the zone. Looks to Ridley. Harkner backhands out with 45 seconds remaining on the Detroit penalty.
The Red Wing forecheckers putting a lot of pressure on the Capitals down deep on a power play like this. When they're getting that much pressure, all 5 guys have to come back and help out on the initial breakout.
Sheldon Kennedy across the Capital line, moving down the right wing. Kennedy puts on the break. Sillinger in front, but he was tied up by Hatcher. What a look from Kennedy to Sillinger. And now the Capitals look to break out. Pass intercepted by Kennedy. Terrific job here by 3 sets of Detroit Red Wing penalty killers.
They like to send 3 sets out so they're really fresh and they really forecheck and keep their legs moving. Because of that, that's why the Red Wings score quite often on the penalty killing situation, because they've got guys that don't mind going on the offensive.
Penalty is over. Avazov makes his return. Yzerman down the right wing. Looks to spin on Cote. John Slaney up the right wing. Steve Konowalchuk. Nicholas Lidstrom behind the Red Wing goal. Around the boards. And Chiasson clears to Yzerman. Yzerman pass tapped ahead by Shepard. Primo with the big hit on Cote. Capitals now at center. John Slaney shoots in and then heads to the bench, and Slaney looks to be shaken up.
He was caught high, I think, with a high stick from Keith Primo as he came across the neutral zone.
Pivonka looking for the cutting Krieger. Anderson behind the net to Michael Pivonka. Now in front, Krieger in the slot. A glove save by Chevelday. Terrific save by Tim Chevelday, and now the Red Wings break out. Here comes Yzerman across the blue line. Yzerman with a weak shot, and Beaufray turns that one aside.
It was a weak shot because Big Al turned on his back burners and got going and got back. Al Iafrate catching Stevie Yzerman, who's a very fast skater.
Now Drake taps the puck ahead to Primo. Now Fedorov to the trailer. Harkner moving in, and he puts that shot wide. Good chances on both ends. How about that glove save moments ago by Chevelday?
Both goaltenders have really played well, other than one Chevelday soft goal. You can't blame the goaltenders on the other one.
Now the steal. Hunter strips the puck from Fedorov, but number 91 able to regain and leaves it there for Konstantinov. Onto the stick of Drake. He was pushed off the puck by Fondra. Johansson with the drive. That's blocked by Konstantinov. We played just over 4 minutes in the second period. Each team 1 shot on goal here in the third. It's the Capitals 4 and the Detroit Red Wings 2. Jim Schoenfeld's home debut as coach of the Capitals. Chevelday plays it up the boards. Kept alive by Kristich. Chased on the far side. First one there is Sillinger of the Red Wings. And this will be an icing if Hatcher beats Draper to the puck. He does. So play is stopped with 15:16 to go in this third period. It's the Washington Capitals 4 and the Detroit Red Wings 2.
As the amount you spend with your Discover card goes up, your interest rate goes down, down, down. With the Smart Rate program. And only Discover card has it. So use the Discover card. where the percentages are always in your favor. It pays to Discover, the card that pays you back. Images can change. Just like that, when you change lenses. With the Rebel and EOS lenses from Canon, each and every EOS lens lets you take what you want. Images.
Image is everything.
EOS Rebel and Rebel S from Canon. So advanced, it's simple.
Some fine goal-scoring chances here in a matinee at the US Air Arena. Here's a beautiful play on the reverse angle. Todd Krieger getting a great chance. And look at that snapshot. Great glove save by Chevelday, sticking the glove out and then knocking it away with his stick using the poke check. And off of that play, the Red Wings had a good opportunity going against Donnie Beaupre.
Now the Capitals look to set things up. The centering pass by Hunter eluded Kristich. Now Bondra in front. Was not able to get a good shot off. Anderson left point drive was blocked by his teammate Dmitry Kristich. Hunter behind the net, Bondra. Bondra, the return pass to Hunter, looks to center. Here's the shot by Bondra, that goes wide. Kristich on the rebound attempt. Capitals getting a lot of chances, Craig, keeping the puck in the Detroit zone. And now the nice move by Sillinger moving in. He bumps with Anderson. Capitals have kept the pressure on throughout this entire hockey game.
They certainly have. We've seen a lot of forechecking.
Draper's drive, it beat Beaupre, but there to save the day is Todd Krieger. Beaupre made the stop, a trickle behind, and Todd Krieger was there. Now the intercept by Pivonka. Forward shoot! Oh, what a save! Tim Chevelday and Don Beaupre getting it done in both goals. What a stop there by Chevelday.
Well, the goaltending clinic continues as Chevelday, along with Donnie Beaupre, coming up with some big saves for their club. And here's that last one, a one-timer. Look at this save coming right across. Randy Burge teeing it up off that pass from Pivonka. And then at the other end of the ice, we see Chris Draper coming down after we get one more look on the reverse angle. Here's that hard shot. Look at that, going top shelf. Randy Burge denied by the goaltender Chevelday. And at the other end, Beaupre doing similar things with Chris Draper. Watch this play. Look where Beaupre is, though. There's no angle for the puck to go other than squirt through the 5-hole. And then some nice help by the defenseman clearing the puck out of danger.
In discussing his forward line combination, Craig, Jim Schoenfeld said that he wanted to keep these lines together for a while, let the guys learn to play with each other, develop camaraderie, and they really seem to have clicked over these last two games. You have Ridley with Miller and Peak on one line, Kristich, Hunter, and Bondra, and the Burridge along with Pivonka and Krieger. And the fourth line, May, Konowalchuk, and Berube has not seen as much ice time, but those top three lines really seem to have clicked over these last two games this weekend.
They certainly have, but I think they're playing with, you know, the intensity and the hard work. They're getting the job done. I think you've got to look at the fact that these lines are going out there and he's giving them that, you know, the responsibility.
Eiserman throwing it across. Primo is taken down. A Capitals penalty upcoming. Keith Primo cut in front of the goal. Took the pass from Eiserman, but was taken to the ice. And we await the penalty call for Richard Trottier.
We'll be right back as we get a look at this as Primo cuts to the net.
Let's talk smart. Let's talk Eagle Vision. V6, power windows and locks, air conditioning, and automatic transmission. Let's talk safety. Let's talk lease. We're talking $259 a month. Hey, stop talking and go test drive a new Vision ESI. It's the least we can do for you.
See your National Capital Area Jeep and Eagle dealer.
Welcome back to the US Air Arena. This week on HTS, some great sports action. Tuesday night, the George Washington Colonials host the 24th ranked West Virginia Mountaineers at 7:30. Wednesday, it's basketball NBA style. The Bullets host Patrick Ewing and the New York Knicks at 7:30. Then on Friday, the Stanley Cup champion Montreal Canadiens face off with the Capitals at 8 o'clock. All games are live only on HTS. Greg, Randy Burridge will head to the dressing room. A 5-minute major for high sticking plus a game misconduct at 6:51. Burridge got the stick up high here on Keith Primo.
And here it is right here as Keith Primo goes to the net. Randy Burridge back checking to try to collect the puck from him right there. And what Randy Burridge is going for there is to get the stick and lift the stick up, and that he misses the stick and catches his face. Now Trottier has the option as the referee, as we get one more look on the reverse angle, to either give the excess a 2-minute minor, a double minor, or a 5-minute major. It doesn't really matter if you're cut or not, but right there, to me, that's accidental and should not get a 5-minute major, but a simple 2 and 2. With this situation the way it is, the Capitals lose Randy Burridge for the game and 5 minutes.
So a very big 5 minutes upcoming. The Red Wings not exactly the team you want to see on a 5-minute power play with the firepower they have up front.
You certainly don't, but the Capitals have done a nice job this afternoon killing the penalties by forcing the Red Wings to dump it, and that's what Jim Schoenfeld's going to be looking for here in the third period.
Shepard, Fedorov, Yzerman the forwards, Chason and Lidstrom on the points. 5-minute power play. Randy Burridge 5 for high stick, yet a game misconduct at 6:51. Brady, big hit on Primo. Red Wings keep the puck in the Capital zone. Here's Shepard looking in deep. The blast by Chason stopped. Yzerman scores. It took just 35 seconds, but the Red Wings have pulled within one.
Well, Stevie Yzerman, we've seen him around the net a whole lot this afternoon, and a lot of great scoring chances, but hasn't been able to get one by Donnie Beaupre. But here it is. Ray Shepard on the reverse angle, trying to go low, gets a lucky bounce, goes to Chason, but look at where Yzerman is. He's a goal scorer. He's on his off wing. He circles out from beyond the goal line, and that's where the puck comes to. A magnet on his stick also. It comes right onto his stick. Beaupre has to go down to make the initial stop. He's right on the crease area to put it home. The Red Wings now within one.
The man they call Stevie Y, Steve Yzerman, scores his 10th of the season on the power play at 7:26. Red Wings still with the extra attacker. Chason and Shepard, the assist on the goal at 7:26. So 3 points today for both Yzerman and Shepard. They have been involved in all the Red Wing goal scoring this afternoon. It's the Capitals 4 and the Red Wings 3. Here's Lidstrom, left point. Goes cross ice. Finding on the shot was Fedorov. Still 3:40 to go on that Burridge penalty. The majors for high sticking. Fedorov running to by Johansson. Cleared down by Konowalchuk.
The Capitals holding the box steady, but they're Fedorov trying to penetrate. Good job defensively by the Capitals defensemen, not allowing Fedorov to beat you one-on-one.
Dale Hunter on the backhand, not able to clear. Brady fires it out of the zone. 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go on the major advantage for the Red Wings. They've already scored once, just 35 seconds in. The goal by Yzerman. Here's Cote whipping it around. Kept it at the point. We have not seen much, if any, of Paul Coffey here in this third period. Remember, he took that high stick early on. He has not been out during this power play.
Not even sure if he's on the bench.
And now a Detroit penalty. Keith Primo leveled Kelly Miller at center. How often do you see a team on a major advantage take a minor of their own?
There's big Keith Primo. It happened in the neutral zone. The Red Wings trying to come up with the play. And here's Primo on the reverse angle right there, cleaning a lane out for the defenseman Kartner, but the referee Trottier right there to call the minor penalty. The teams will now skate 4-on-4.
It's an interference call on Primo at 9:10. So they will play 4 aside for the next 2 minutes.
good point by you, Kenny, about that Paul Coffey situation. I was wondering why Karkner was out there on a power play, but he was out there mostly known for his defensive style. But I don't think you think number 77 is on the Red Wing bench right now, so we're not going to see him for the rest of the game.
And the Red Wings have called a timeout. Coach Scotty Bowman making his second consecutive appearance here at the U.S. Air Arena on Super Bowl Sunday. The Pittsburgh Penguins and Capitals met last year prior to the Cowboys-Bills game. In fact, Scotty Bowman still lives in Buffalo, big Bills fan, rushed home after the Caps-Penguins game last year to spend Super Bowl Sunday with his family in Buffalo. Jim Schoenfeld, the Capitals coach, also lives in Buffalo, New York. In fact, when Jim Schoenfeld coached the Sabres during the 85-86 season, he was replaced midway through that year by the general manager, none other than Scotty Bowman. 10:50 to go in this third period. The Red Wings have pulled within one, but now we will play 4 aside. Still 2:41 remaining on the Burridge major, but Primo in the box for interference. Both teams won yesterday. Caps 4-2 in Philly. Red Wings 7-1 over Winnipeg. Rare double afternoon weekend for both clubs. Here's Fedorov. Fedorov. Chase on. Shot was blocked. And Ridley shovels the puck ahead to Kelly Miller. Miller spin around the move, and he shoots it off the side of the net. Kelly Miller already with 1 goal this afternoon. Brings out that spinorama once every couple of games. Wows the crowd a little bit. Here's Fedorov, who could certainly make some moves of his own. Kevin Hatcher. Johansson goes cross-ice. Ridley, exactly 10 minutes remaining. Third period. Peter Bondra keeps it away from 2 Red Wings. Bondra out to the right point. Cote shot at a glove save by Chevelday. Played by Hunter, the centering pass. Bondra ran it to Chevelday. And now the Red Wings start out. Lapointe's pass. Deflected away by Cote. And here comes Dale Hunter with some skating room. His pass intercepted by Karkner. Primo will return in 40 seconds as the Red Wings go offside. When Primo makes his return, Detroit will go back to the power play for 41 seconds.
Now we're going to get one more look at that spinorama. Kelly Miller, it makes my knees cringe when I see him do that. I can't believe he has those edges. Watch this on Konstantinov cutting inside, and then look at, there's the spinorama, and he gets a great scoring chance off this play. Kelly Miller's noted around the league for that particular spinorama play, and what he's trying to do is draw the defenseman inside. Konstantinov went for it, and out of it gets a great chance against Chevelday.
Kelly Miller looked to make plays of the week had he scored.
Absolutely.
Did you teach him that move in practice?
Oh, I can't even do that on shoes, let alone on ice.
Here comes Todd Krieger across the Red Wing line. Krieger behind the net. Now sends to the far corner. Konowalchuk is there. He's hit by Lidstrom. And Krieger is cross-checked down. And another Red Wing penalty. Now the tides have turned.
And here we're going to pick it up down low. The Capitals really holding the puck down low this afternoon very well. And here's Chason right there. Krieger's away from the boards. He's in an unprotected position. Every time a referee sees that, that's an automatic 2-minute minor, either for boarding or cross-checking. Chason in the box. The Capitals are going to have a power play shortly.
Chason for cross-checking at 10:59. Caps will go on the 11-second power play. And then they will play 4 aside for 41 seconds. And then the Caps will go back on the power play. So the Red Wings wound up with only approximately 2.5 minutes of power play time during the Randy Burridge major. So So an 11-second power play here, and Scotty Bowman looks on. Winner of 6 Stanley Cup championships behind the benches of the Montreal Canadiens and the Pittsburgh Penguins.
A lot of teams in this situation go with 2 defensemen and 1 forward, but Scotty Bowman has Fedorov, Yzerman, and Konstantinov to kill this 4-on-3.
Primo will return shortly as he gets set to step out of the penalty box. So we will play 4 aside for 41 seconds, and then the Capitals will go to the power play. They lead by 1, 4-3. 8:40 remaining in this third period. Capital goal scorers, Slaney, Peak, Miller, and Hunter. Shepard with 2, Yzerman the other for Detroit. Very entertaining hockey game this afternoon here at the US Air Arena. Caps looking to win their 2nd in a row. Cote's pass finds Krieger. Mike Ridley moving down the right wing. Now centers it. Krieger did not get to it. And now Berube serving the penalty for Burridge. Makes his return. Moving in. The shot stopped. Ridley scores!
Nice give and go between Ridley and Krieger. And look at Mike Ridley pull the trigger on the backhand. A beauty. Goes right in, gets the forehand as the rebound's first stopped on the backhander, cutting across the crease. But one more look. It's the give and go. It's the softer pass. Look at that play. Krieger flips it over Kartner and Konstantinov's stick. And no one picks up Mike Ridley. He gets his 2nd whack at it and puts it high over the catching glove.
Just 4 seconds into the Capitals power play. Mike Ridley scores goal number 18 from Todd Krieger at 11:55. Craig, one guy that Jim Schoenfeld has to be very, very impressed with his play the last couple of games. Todd Krieger, what a job he's done.
He certainly has. He played extremely well. He's using his speed, and that's what Todd Krieger's game is based on. Speed and skating to the hole. He's opened a lot of room up for his forward players.
So the Capitals now lead 5-3, under 8 minutes to go. Bob Probert, who has not seen much ice time, tries to cut in front, wrapped up by Krieger. Dallas Drake working behind the Capitals net. Cote checks the puck away. And we're finally back at 5-on-5 for the first time now in some time. And over 5 minutes of playing time since the teams have each had 5 skaters on prior to the Burridge high stick. Dallas break in the neutral zone. Nice move around Kristich, backhanded ahead by Sheldon Kennedy. Kristich is there for the Capitals, who are out shooting the Red Wings 28-23. Fedorov. Kozlov from a bad angle, blocked by Dale Hunter. Capitals took a 4-1 lead in the 2nd period. Now here's the steal by Ridley, but the puck came out of his own offsides on the Capitals, who took a 4-1 lead back in the 2nd. The Red Wings pulled within 1 on goals by Shepard and Yzerman, but that man, Mike Ridley, has given the Caps a 2-goal cushion. Let's check in now. Out-of-town scores. Al Koken standing by. Al?
All right, Kenny, we finally got some scores to report for you. As we go to the Washington Post scoreboard, we see we're tied up at 1-1 between Florida and Buffalo. Mellenby scoring for Florida, Daw for the Buffalo Sabres. I think that's the first goal of the NHL career for Jason Daw. Montreal now with a 3-0 lead over Philadelphia. Bellows, Ronan, and Dion, the goal scorers for the Canadiens. Remember, Montreal will be here on Friday night, February 4th, to take on the Capitals. We'll have that game for you on HTS. I'll get things started at 7:30 with the Capitals report. And right after this afternoon's game, Dave Johnson will have everything for you in terms of highlights and scores with the Southwest Airlines Sports Desk. Let's head back upstairs now to Kenny and Craig.
And the answer to our Discover Car trivia question What Red Wing holds the club record for the most goals in a game with 6. And Sid Howe, 6 goals in a 12-2 victory over the Rangers on February 3rd of 1934.
That's Gordy's middle name, isn't it, Kenny?
Oh, we should have asked him when he was here in the booth with us a few weeks
I don't think so.
Here's Hatcher behind the Capitals net. Konstantinov. Here's Sergei Fedorov. Johansson keeps in. Around the boards to Ridley. 6:10 remaining. Period number 3. Chase shot across the line. Both plays sticks to the side to Johansson. Up the right wing boards. Ridley was pushed down by Konstantinov, but the Caps able to come out. Pat Peake splits in. 2 points apiece this afternoon for Ridley, Peake, Cote, and Hunter. Each a goal and an assist. Moving in is Bondra, who's had a couple of chances today. The rebound put home.
That's the ticket for Bunzai. That could get him going. Here he is, breaking to the net. Looks like Chevelday has him, but watch as Bondra reaches back one-handed as he's being pulled down and puts her home. A huge goal not only for the Capitals, but most importantly for Peter Bondra's confidence. This to get this kid moving and scoring the way the Capitals expect them to do. Some good bursts of speed this whole game by Peter Bondra, and this whole play resulted from a Stevie Yzerman turnover just over to the blue line. The Capitals using their speed on the transition to get that goal.
And a hard hit by Berube on Primo as the Red Wings broke out to center. Bondra is 14th from Fristic at 14-19. Capitals 6. And the Red Wings 3 as Primo tried to line up Krieger. He missed. Here comes Krieger down the right wing in front. And Berube fanned on the shot attempt. Capitals showing a lot of emotion, a lot of fire here this afternoon. A 6-goal effort against the Red Wings. Eli Frady lost an edge. Yzerman keeps in. Ridley bangs it off the boards. Yzerman and Iafrate have words at center. And now Iafrate wants a piece of Steve Yzerman. Bob Probert comes flying in. Oh, that would have been a battle of 2 heavyweights. Al Iafrate and Bob Probert. Wow. Probert in to protect his captain, Steve Yzerman.
Probert doesn't like when his boy gets pushed around. He hasn't seen a whole lot of ice time, but Stevie Yzerman giving it to Trottier because it all started with Iafrate and Yzerman colliding a little bit together and bumping into each other.
Three Red Wings in the box so far, only 1 Capital. You have to applaud the officiating there, how quickly that altercation broke up.
Yeah, they got it right in there as soon as they saw something happening, and they really prevented this from being a whole the bench brawl.
That could have turned ugly, but the officials very quick to step in. There's Iafrate and Yzerman.
Now, was that punch right there that didn't go too well with the Detroit Red Wings? Big Al held his ground pretty well. Look at Conroy with the stick on the bench, even hitting him over the head, but he really took that check well. He knew anytime that happens with a player, you know someone's going to be coming in. And Big Al had his head up. He knew 24 was going to be the first man in to that situation.
I'm not so sure Probert wanted to start up with Iafrate there because he skated right away. Looked to be playing the role of peacemaker more than anything. In fact, Bob Probert was trying to play the role of peacemaker in practice a few weeks ago when he wound up fighting Keith Primo, his own teammate. Primo was involved in an argument with Jason. Probert came in, and Probert and Primo exchanged blows. But Probert skated right away and then headed over to the penalty box. Kelly Miller on the left, Ray Shepard on the right, with the Red Wings captain Steve Yzerman in the penalty box. It's the Capitals over the Red Wings 6-3. Let's pick up the penalty calls. Here's the PA announcer, Marv Brooks.
2 minutes for roughing. Detroit number 19, Steve Yzerman, 2 minutes for slashing. Washington number 34, Al Iafredi, 4 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalties, 15-20. Once again for Detroit number 24, Bob Probert, 2 minutes roughing. Detroit number 19, Steve Yzerman, 2 minutes slashing. And Washington number 34, Al Iafredi, 4 minutes for roughing. 15-20, time of the call.
So the penalties even out, 2 minors on each side. With 4:40 remaining, there are only 2 weeks left to enter the Foot Locker Orlando sweepstakes, where you can win a trip to see the Bullets play the Magic in Orlando. Bullets lost to Orlando last night here at the US Air Arena. Grand prize includes airfare, hotel, Bullets Magic tickets, plus tickets to the Magic Kingdom and Epcot Center. It's a great trip, so hustle over to your local Foot Locker store and enter the Foot Locker Orlando sweepstakes, or send a postcard to the address on your screen.
Jimmy Schoenfeld talking to his players at the bench, very pleased with what has happened this afternoon, being up 6-3. The very talented Detroit team, just over 4 minutes left in this hockey game. The Capitals showing a lot of spunk.
What do you think is going through Jim Schoenfeld's mind? He wakes up Thursday morning. He's a color analyst for ESPN. 3 days later, 3.5 days later, he has already coached 3 games for the Washington Capitals.
I just told him, I said, you're great for my profession. Color guys going down to be the head guy. But a lot of this, you know, what happens is I was in Toronto when they made the coaching change, fired Don Brophy, when really it wasn't his fault, and it's not Terry Murray's fault the way this team has played. He was the most prepared, most dedicated coach to this franchise and did a great job with this hockey team. What you're seeing now, you've got to look 10 games down the line. If the same thing is happening, then Schoenfeld is going to be doing a great job. But if all of a sudden they go back into a lull, then you have to look and point fingers at the players. And they're the guys that have to do it on the ice. And Schoenfeld's expecting that. Right now, a lot of players playing for their jobs. That's why you see the emotions. That's why you see guys skating better than they have in weeks past. They're playing to prove a point to Schoenfeld that they deserve to play a lot.
And Jim Schoenfeld was quoted as saying, I'm not necessarily a better coach than Terry Murray, but perhaps the players just needed a different coach, a different messenger. And as you mentioned, Terry Murray and assistant coach John Perpich did a great job in their time here. And they will certainly be missed behind the Capitals bench, but Terry Murray will take some time and then perhaps be moved over to another position in the Capitals organization. But we here at HCS have nothing but the highest respect for Terry Murray and John Perpich, and enjoyed working with them the last couple of years.
Absolutely, they're fine coaches, and don't think that if he gets a job with the Capitals, it's going to be a very important job. Terry Murray's a great hockey man, and what you're going to see, if the Capitals don't retain him and he decides to go somewhere else, Terry Murray will be back coaching or GMing somewhere in the NHL in the very close future.
And, of course, his brother Brian, the general manager of the Detroit Red Wings.
The only time, you know, I didn't like Terry Murray when I was a player, and he used to skate me all the time. I said, Terry, let up a little bit on me.
That,
he was just a terrific guy.
When he was an assistant coach with the Caps, over a decade in the Capitals organization. Here's Kristich trying to pull the string on Parker, who then went back with Dmitry Kristich. Capitals keep the puck in. Hunter Flanagan in front of Bondra. 3:20 remaining. Johansson's drive from the left point, gloved by Chevelday. Parker and Bondra. Terry Parker and Peter Bondra going at it here.
Parker trying to get his arms free and his elbow pads straightened out, trying to go at Bondra, but look at Peter Bondra. You don't expect to see number 12 in the middle of things, or Kelly Johansson. They're all right in the middle of things. The only guy you expect to see is number 32, Dale Hunter, and Hatcher, who are squaring off in the corner. So this could turn a little bit ugly. I'm sure the Red Wings are going to put on some of their bruisers the rest of the way.
And how about Dmitry Kristich and Vladimir Konstantinov jostling as well. Primo looking to get in at one of the Capitals. Bondra and Parker being led off by the linesmen, so the referee Tranche over with the other 8 skaters. 3:18 to go. Here in the third. It's the Capitals 6 and the Red Wings 3.
Hey, the Miss Perfect pageant. Yeah.
We're watching hockey.
Let's watch both.
Miller Lite presents the Miss Perfect Face-Off.
Okay, Bob, Miss Georgia goes to the corner. She pays the price. Here's the puck coming loose. The shot. She's
Brought to you by Miller Lite. If you can combine great taste and less filling, you can combine anything.
Oh, that'll be sashing. 2 minutes for Miss Congeniality.
Bad call. Good beer.
Great taste, less filling. Can your beer do this?
This year, more than 2.5 million children will be physically abused. Almost 50,000 of them in the Washington area. If we don't do something now, the problem will just get worse, because nearly half of all abused children become abusive adults. Break the cycle of child abuse. Support the Have a Heart program at Children's Hospital.
The Capitals, the whole team getting into some festivities and fisticuffs here. And here we pick up Peter Bondra. Terry Kartner giving him a shot. Look at Peter Bondra saying, Kartner, I'm going to go right after you, as Primo comes in and gives him a shot. Peter Bondra doing a pretty good job getting in there. Peter's got to remember to drop that one glove to nail him. But a pretty good job. They're very feisty this afternoon. They
How about a Super Bowl prediction, Craig?
go out on the limb.
Let's see, you're from Toronto, which is near Buffalo.
I like the warm weather. I like Dallas.
By what score?
By 13.
13.
By 13.
Here are the penalty calls. Let's go to the PA once again.
2, Terry Kartner gets a double liner, 4 minutes for roughing. For Washington, number 12, Peter Bondra, 2 minutes for roughing. For Washington, number 6, Kalle Johansson, 2 minutes for roughing and a game misconduct, third man in. Time of the penalties, 16:42. Again for Detroit, number 2, Terry Kartner, 4 minutes for roughing, double minor. Washington, number 12, Peter Bondra, 2 minutes for roughing. Washington, number 6, Kalle Johansson, 2 minutes for roughing and a game misconduct, third man in. Time of the penalties, 16:42.
I think that was a big bad call. You don't want to see a game misconduct because they work against you down the season. Kalle Johansson, that could be his first game misconduct with third man in his career, but he's going to pick one up after just a minor penalties were handed out. It's anytime you're a third man during an altercation that you receive that. But I thought Kartner and Bondra really went at it one-on-one. I didn't really see that third man come into play.
So the minor penalties even out. 4 for roughing on Kartner, Bondra 2 for roughing, Johansson 2 for roughing. and a game misconduct for third man in. Time of all penalties, 16:42 as we approach the 3-minute mark in this third period. Things have slowed down a bit here in the third. It's the Capitals 6 and the Red Wings 3. These teams meet once more at Joe Louis Arena, March 25th. Prior to today's game, Craig, the Red Wings and Dallas Stars, the only teams the Capitals had not yet played this season. Now the Caps and Red Wings playing out the spring over the final 2.5 minutes. Here's Fedorov across the line. Fedorov moving in on Anderson. Out to the left point. Here's Conroy with the shot. Avazov behind the net. Centers to the point. Couldn't tee it up. Now he does. And Alan May clears to Craig Berube. Berube tries to muscle his way past Lidstrom. Lidstrom drop pass right onto the stick of Alan May. Finds Konowalchuk. 2 minutes to go. Berube behind the net. May. Out to the point. Cote chasing at the red line. Cote wristing in. Lidstrom over for the Red Wings, who will lose on the road for the first time since December 18th. The Red Wings have won a club record 6 consecutive games on the road coming in. 8-0-1 in their last 9 away from home, but those streaks will come to an end here this afternoon as the Capitals lead Detroit by the score of 6-3. Krieger shoots in right side of Cheveldae. Jason chopping at it along with Hunter. Here's Krieger's shot, and Cheveldae got a piece of that one. Slaney keeps alive. Looks for Dale Hunter, broke it up. Capitals keep in the zone. Christie to Krieger, sliding save. Cheveldae certainly not giving up for the final minutes. Despite allowing 6 goals, Tim Cheveldae has made some spectacular saves here.
Krieger's had a great game also. He's picked up a couple of good scoring opportunities. Here's a reverse angle. Dmitry Kristich. The Capitals really using their one-timers today, but Cheveldae reading the plays extremely well. Comes across, takes that one away from Krieger. The Capitals trying to add on to their lead, but a good save by the goaltender Chevy once again.
A Chevy in Detroit.
A Chevy in Detroit.
And a victory today will pull the Capitals within 2 points of the Florida Panthers and 3 of the Philadelphia Flyers. Both those teams in action this afternoon. Panthers in Buffalo tied at 1, and the Flyers trail the Montreal Canadiens 3-0. We're told Florida now leads that game with the Sabres 2-1.
I'm just getting back to Todd Krieger. I talked to him before the game. I said, how you know, he played well in Philadelphia. He says, yeah, I got to do something. I don't think Shoney knows who I am. I better play well out there.
Well, he certainly does now. Strong game and assist. And using the speed to create chances. And he made that great defensive play after the puck got by Beaupre on the Chris Draper shot earlier this period. Final seconds. Capitals and Red Wings. As the Capitals will win their 2nd consecutive game after losing in Buffalo on Thursday night under new head coach Jim Schoenfeld. Rewarded here today in his first home game with a 6-3 victory and a standing ovation from the fans here at the US Air Arena. Don Beaupre, his 2nd consecutive strong game, 2nd straight victory. And Jim Schoenfeld off the bench. The Capitals now 2-1 under their new head coach as they outplayed, outshot, and outscored the Detroit Red Wings. A 6-3 final here at the US Air Arena, and a very pleasant walk across the ice for Capitals head coach Jim Schoenfeld. Caps outshot the Red Wings in the 3rd period, 11-4. Pat Peake announced as the 3rd star, Ray Shepard, number 2. And the number 1 star standing by with Al Koken. It's number 17. He had a goal and an assist this afternoon, Mike Ridley. Al?
All right, Kenny, thank you very much. Mike, did you guys build on what you started yesterday at the Spectrum? It seemed like you picked up some momentum there.
I think so. We still have a lot of work to do. I don't think things are going to just change overnight, but I think we're on the right track. everybody's working together, and so hopefully we can continue.
Yeah, it feels like you guys had some killer instinct out there. This game got close, but you started to put it away offensively. You guys never backed down and then let them take the play to you. You kept carrying it to them.
Well, I think the best defense is a good offense, and we can't. We know in the past that you can't sit back anytime, especially against the Red Wings, one of the top teams in the league and the first overall offensive team. So we knew that we couldn't come and just try to protect a 2-goal lead because you know, once they get that one to make it a 1-goal, you know, we were real tight. We could really tighten up, so we had to keep on them.
Well, the goal that got the Capitals some breathing room came off the stick of Mike Ridley. Let's take a look at it, and some good work by Todd Krieger. Good speed here.
Just before that, I had just missed Todd with a pass across the net, and then it came back around, and Todd was able to lay it in nice for me. I just went to the net with it, and the rebound stayed with me, so I was able to put it up high.
Yeah, we can see how the speed from this other angle that we're going to take a look at really opens some things up, and then you stick with it all the way and get the nice shot once you get Shovelday down.
Yeah, it was a great little flip pass there, and you know, like I said, just go to the net with it, and you never know what's going to happen. So the puck stayed with me that time. You know, a lot of times you do that play, and the puck goes somewhere else. But so I'm glad that the puck stayed with me that time.
I know it's been a difficult week with the firing of Terry Murray, who a lot of the players, I know you included, had tremendous respect for. What does Jim Schoenfeld so far brought to this team? Is it just literally a different voice going in your guys' ears?
Well, I think, you know, there's times when in this business when changes are made, and, you know, it doesn't mean that you're always happy about it, but you have to live with it, and it's a business, and, you know, we're out here to win games and to put a good show on for the fans. And, you know, no matter what the business decision of it, we're just playing, and we just got to do the best we can. So, you know, Jim's given us a boost here, and hopefully we can continue with it.
Well, Mike, thanks for being with us. Our star of the game, Mike Ridley, with the big goal that gets the Capitals this victory. Let's go back up to Kenny and Craig.
Thanks, Al. Mike Ridley, our Southwest Airlines player of the game. 1 goal, 1 assist, his 18th of the season. It came on the power play and gave the Capitals a 5-3 cushion just moments after Steve Yzerman pulled the Red Wings within 1. Mike Ridley, the #1 star, our Southwest Airlines player of the game. Capitals win it 6-3. We'll be back with more from the U.S. Air Arena in just a moment.